Sarah, how do you see this? Is this a federal, local issue? Has India somehow failed to communicate the seriousness of this? Is there a reluctance in Australia to act against Khalistanis like there has been in Canada for many, many years, to such an extent that Khalistanis, have become a very, in many ways, a sort of outsized, community there in that country?
I can tell you from my liaising with the police and my conversations with the security hotline when I've reported some content online to the authorities, I can tell you that each time I speak with them, I have to explain to them the context of what I'm providing to them, and I have to outline what the risks and threats are and what has already happened in Australia. I even spoke to one local Victorian police officer who was a liaison, and he started telling me, do you know how many Sikhs there are in India? And I said, yes. And I said, but do you know how many Sikhs are in the Punjab? Because these groups are actually a different demographic proportion to what they're claiming to our local police. So they're making it look like they're a tiny minority that's being oppressed by Hindus, but in fact they've got quite a lot of power in the Punjab region. So it's not what they're saying. And the police person, I said to them, do you know how many terror attacks Khalistanis have committed? So have you gone to the global terror database and seen there are 800 plus terror attacks listed there from Sikh extremists and Khalistanis? And I said, if you look, you'll find a minuscule amount that's being accused of Hindus, minuscule. And so he said to me that there were Hindu extremists in India. So this is the level of conversation with a community liaison officer at the Victorian Police. They don't understand what's going on, and for some reason they seem to feel that Hindu extremists are threatening the safety of Sikhs in India.
That basically affirms the success of the propaganda of Khalistani extremists, because the very basis, the cornerstone of Khalistani propaganda has been that they have been oppressed by India, they've been oppressed by Hindus. Nothing could be further than the truth. While I have our viewers' attention, let me make it very clear, and this is not an emotional thing to say, but Khalistanis are not Sikhs. Sikhs are Indians, they're part of India, they're equal Indian citizens. They are, absolutely equal in every respect to every other religion in this country. Khalistanis are anti-India terrorists. They are people who have been separatists, they've chosen to live abroad, and they conduct themselves in a way that tries to harm India, whether it is from Australia or from Canada. And that's why all of these questions come about. Neeraj, you wanted to add something to that?
Yes, I want to add something. Look, on the day of attack on 29th of January in the heart of Melbourne CBD, some of the guys, the Khalistani activists, they were carrying actually swords. Now, under the guise of so-called religious weapons, when the police was questioned by the Indians who were carrying the Indian national flag, that how come these guys are actually carrying swords, the police guys actually told them that these are actually religious weapons. Now, this is very funny, honestly speaking, because the Victorian police have got guidelines about especially about the Sikh religious kirpan, which is known as in Punjabi kirpan. And I think the maximum length of that kirpan can be about 7.5 to 8 centimeters, and it can't be blunted, so it can't be actually sharp to be used as a knife. And it has to be covered under the piece of clothing and should be worn under the, your top, which you call as kurta in Punjabi.
Yes.
So, but carrying a full-fledged, a sword in the public and then attacking others with sword, as you can see from the video that might be circulating in the media, how can police even say that's a religious weapon when you guys, your authorities, have actually released a 2-page document or multiple-page document, which I can share with you guys as well. You can clearly see that document clearly outlines what a religious
this actually does go to the heart of the matter, and what Sarah actually tells us is alarming. I don't think any police force in this modern day and age can claim to be ignorant or claim to be buying into what is preposterous propaganda. India is a democracy. India is the world's largest democracy. All religions live peacefully here in India, including Sikhs, who have a large number of population. So there is no question of any kind of oppression against Sikhs. That is absolutely ridiculous Khalistani propaganda.
Add more. Look, I think back in 2013 or 2012 also, I attended when they had their Balidan. It was when the Panj Pyara, like, Guru Gobind Singh Ji's, sons were actually,
Okay.
sent behind the, wall. And that was the Divas, Shahidi
Okay,
Divas
okay.
actually.